since the other day.
Well, of course, you mentioned that this is a sold-out arena, and it's always nice to see when you're out of town and it's sold out.
A turnover here against Brgy Ginebra. Phoenix trying to light it up early. JC Intal lost the ball to Japet Aguilar.
And that's a great effort there by Japet Aguilar. There was a turnover, and what did he do? He went straight back and sprinted and got back on the defensive end.
The lowest yet for both teams is LA Tenorio. Sets things up for Brgy Ginebra. Had a big game against Blackwater. Jeffers lost the ball. Second straight turnover for Ginebra.
Seems like the ball is a little bit slippery for them.
JC Intal, that's the first attempt of the game. It's not there. And LA Tenorio is inspecting the ball, wondering why they've created too many turnovers of this early stage of the game.
Well, in this gym, it's kind of it's a little bit hot, so the ball has to be a little bit slippery. Except for that time for LA Tenorio with a nice little scoop shot there.
Well, Brgy Ginebra has played here before during the preseason last year against Meralco, so they're used to this place. Phoenix, in the meantime, of course, wanting to generate some offense from that man, R.R. Garcia.
And they're going to need a lot more of those for Phoenix to stay in this ball game. R.R. Garcia, known for his outside jump shots and his ability to get to the basket.
He did score 30 points in Phoenix's debut, which was a win. And now here's Greg Slaughter going over to Mark Tagiwa, the former MVP. Tagiwa jackknives the shot. Tagiwa gets it back, but he got it back because he pushed off.
Mark Tagiwa there with a veteran move, but unfortunately he wasn't able to finish the shot.
5 years ago, that would have been an easy offensive rebound for Mark the Spark.
Again, Willie Wilson was there for the help defense. You know, it's again for Willie Wilson, he's just a solid player. He comes around here and does everything on offense and on defense.
And that time was called for lifting his pivot foot. So Phoenix still up 3-2 early here in quarter number 1. And once again, for those of you just joining us right here on Signal Channel 198, coming to you in high definition, as well as Hyper 130. Thank you for joining us, Noel Zarabe, alongside Don Aliado from Panabo City in Davao. And yet another turnover against Brgy Ginebra.
What Ginebra here is doing is they're trying to isolate Greg Slaughter against Pinckney and hopefully try to get Pinckney tired towards the latter part of the ballgame. So by the time the fourth quarter comes, he'll be gassed out.
Pinckney hasn't even held the ball offensively at Jico Laneta. He's known for his baseline jumper falling away, and Phoenix is now up 5-2.
Phoenix looking to be aggressive here in the first quarter, trying to set the tone for their team on offense.
And of course, these two teams, another turnover against Ginebra. These two teams are practically on opposite sides of the polls. Ginebra at 4-3, Phoenix at 2-4, and Laneta missed a fast break jump shot. Boy, that's 4 or 5 early turnovers for Brgy Ginebra, and Tim Cole wants to talk this one over. And he is checking the ball. Tim Cone is physically handling the basketball right now, and he's saying that this ball is slippery.
It's a fairly new ball here, and Tim Cone is really arguing that because there's a lot of they seem to have a lot of turnovers and they can't handle the ball.
Well, that really hasn't affected Phoenix, though.
That's right, and here's team manager Paulo Bugia here at the checking also that nothing wrong with the ball.
Is this a full timeout? We haven't heard if it's a full timeout though.
30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. So it is 5-2 in favor of Phoenix over Brgy Ginebra, and this early a little bit of controversy because of the basketball being a little too slippery. Phoenix, obviously, they've had 1 turnover. Ginebra's got 4.
Phoenix is making their shots at the moment, and so they're not really concerned about the basketball now. However, the turnovers from Ginebra have all come early in the start, and you know Ginebra has no choice but to look at the ball because it's uncharacteristic for them to turn the ball over in such a manner.
Right, Don, you prefer the older ball when you were playing as well.
It really depends. Like in a gym, in a hot gym like this, you know, the sweat doesn't dry out as quick. And so when that happens, the ball tends to be a little slippery. And now I think they changed the ball to it's a little bit
older ball. I think that's Ginebra's ball actually that referee Marabe is holding. It's an older ball, but it's one of the practice balls of Brgy Ginebra. So, Assistant Coach Art de la Cruz was shown the new or the old basketball.
Yeah. So now, let's see if things work out with the new ball for Ginebra.
Well, it is Jeffers on the drive. Jeffers scores. So
Well,
that might work.
There you go. It probably was the ball.
Let's see how Phoenix responds to that one. It is 5-4 in favor of the Fuel Masters. JC Intal says, new ball, new shot. No, Kevin Pinckney with the offensive rebound and the stick back.
Again, Pinckney very active on the glass. He's very high energy player for his height. My concern only here is it's a very hot gym, and how long can he sustain this energy throughout the ball game?
Well, it is still a 3-point lead now for Phoenix. LA Tenorio going over to Japet Aguilar. They move it around now to Jeffers, finding Kagiwa in the post. Kagiwa lowers his shoulder. Turnover number 5 for Ginebra. That's his second foul as well.
Ginebra really trying to establish their inside post game against Phoenix. Trying to take it strong to the basket, but however, Mark Kagiwa got called for that offensive foul.
And that had nothing to do with a slippery basketball either. There's Willie Wilson making his move, going out to JC Intal. Shot clock at 10 for Phoenix. Intal gets it out. Hit a three earlier. This time up to penetrate, and he will get it done.
And that's his game. You know, he'll shuffle outside with the basketball, and he'll go straight to the basket and slash.
So it is now a 5-point lead, which is the biggest in the game now for the Fuel Masters. Still under 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and we will have a whistle from afar. They say JC Intal was pushing off against Jeffers.
There's a lot of bumping and grinding going on here. Trying to check Otis Jeffers here coming across the paint. And at that time, Intal got called for the foul.
Well, Chris Ellis will see his first action now for Brgy Ginebra. Japet Aguilar loops one in.
Nice popping shot there by Japet Aguilar. Willie Wilson was overplaying, so he took the other route and scored.
Lead is 3 now for Phoenix. Garcia gets it out to Intal. Wilson, bothered there by Slaughter, goes out to Kevin Pinckney, who connects from beyond the arc.
Kevin Pinckney very productive here. Phoenix with a 6-point lead early in the first.
7:24 remaining in the first. LA Tenorio, double team. Spots Greg Slaughter cutting into the lane, and that's too easy for Greg.
And that's just a great pass coming from their veteran playmaker, LA Tenorio. He was getting trapped there. He had no choice. But, you know, he didn't panic. He saw the cutting. Well, the teammate of his, Greg Slaughter, down the lane, and nails it.
RR way off. Good defense by Japet to challenge the shot. Jeffers pushing it up. Japet, they go to Greg outside. Slaughter going over to Jeffers. Jeffers gets the first step on JC Intal, and that's all he needed.
A quick turn there, a quick score, a quick bucket here for Otis Jeffers, taking advantage of the defense of JC Intal.
That lead is now down to 2 for Phoenix, 12-10. Garcia. Lanete getting it inside now. Pinckney on the step back. Battle for the rebound, won by Ginebra. LA Tenorio wants to set it up once again. Pick and roll action maybe with Greg Slaughter. Doesn't work. Ellis finally gets it to Slaughter. Chris Ellis. The pass intended for Slaughter is batted out. 8.6 to shoot now.
Again, you notice how Ginebra is really trying to isolate the defense of Pinckney. They really want him to do a lot of pick and rolls coming off screen. So he will force, Pinckney's forced to play defense.
Turnover against Phoenix. Here comes Tenorio. Slaughter stops. Slaughter, awkward shot that time. Good defense by Willie Wilson.
That's great defense by Willie Wilson. Able to beat him to the spot and use his body to make Greg make a bad shot.
Pinckney, no bad shot there if you're 2 feet away from the rim. Well, Kevin Pinckney's got 7 points here. He's got half the score of Phoenix. And the Fuel Masters enjoying a 4-point lead. There's Japet Aguilar. Tenorio going inside. Slaughter, turn around, is short. Here comes RR Garcia. RR sees that the defense hasn't been set up yet. Attacks it. That's a great play coming from RR.
Any chance Phoenix gets, they're going to run. They're going to try to outrun Ginebra here.
And a timeout is called by Barangay Ginebra. Phoenix 16, Barangay Ginebra 10. We'll take the short break. We'll be back in Panabo after these.
At nagpapasalamat po ang inyong PBA Memberships sa mga host ng PBA dito sa Panabo City.
Back with us here in Panabo City, Davao, for our continuing coverage of the PBA on the road right here on Signal HD. And as the action resumes, we want to foul on Willie Wilson. As Joe Devance checks in for the first time, and it'll be Greg Slaughter taking a seat early.
Coach Tim is keeping his players fresh, so he's going to try to get players in and out of the ball game, and so they will come payoff period. They won't be tired.
There's Joe Devance, good body up there against by Willie Wilson against him. Here's Ellis, shot clock at 4. Ellis launches from 20. That one bounces out.
Another rebound there by Willie Wilson.
And Bell in the front court now. Wilson left open from top of the key. He usually has that in his arsenal.
Willie Wilson really has expanded his perimeter range, and he can step out in the three-point range and bury it.
That's right. Jeffers trying to take matters into his own hands. For the dunk of Japet, the foul is going to be called on Mac Barangay, who just checked in. That's always a good idea. Attack the guy who just checked into the game.
A lot of guys do that, especially veterans, but here's Willie Wilson. You know, he's a trailer. He gets the open shot, and he nails it. They're really concerned about dropping down on Pinckney, and so that will leave your trailer, such as Willie Wilson, wide open for a jump shot at the top.
Here's Scotty Thompson, the Davao native. And he's also a rookie, seeing his first action as we take a look at one of our bosses, Willie Marshall, out of PBA, taking the action from the local officials. So it is 18 to 12. 4.5 to play. 4.5 to play. There's Barangay. Wilson going across down to Garcia. Garcia on the spin, and how many times has RR found those little seams in the defense, and he's attacked it with success?
Well, he's a very streaky, he's a very slashing type of player, and he gets in through little cracks here and there, and he finds ways to get to the basket.
RR good on his first free throw, and with the entry right now of Joshua Bistonda. But before we talk about that, show your love for your favorite PBA personalities by using Shout, a new way of expressing yourself quickly and easily. Check out sports5.ph and look for the Shout tab or column and vote yes to your favorite PBA idols. This is free with no registration required. I was about to say, with the entry of Josh Urbistondo, it's like a Ginebra reunion we're seeing right here.
A lot of the former players are from Ginebra.
Chris Ellis trying to get creative there. He actually had the open dunk, but changed his mind, went for the reverse. Kevin Pinckney read it well. And so we're talking about guys like Willie Wilson, Josh Urbistondo, along with Mac Barangay, former Ginebra players. Yeah, he had the open dunk there, Don.
He did for a split second, but Kevin Pinckney was just there for the good help defense.
Japet can't get it to go. Follow up by Joe Devance, not there as well. Under 4 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Phoenix enjoying an 8-point lead, 20 to 12. R.R. Garcia has been playing well. Gets it over to Pinckney. Against the zone defense. Good steal.
That's a great collapse there by Air Force Chris Ellis getting that ball.
Jeffers with a no-look to Japin. And Japin created space, but he created space because he took steps.
Well, that time he got caught traveling without a passport.
Right.
And the referee saw that.
That is turnover number 6 against Brgy Ginebra. 4 turnovers against the Phoenix Fuelmasters, so not really a spotless start in terms of handling the ball for both teams.
Again, they changed the ball earlier, so they're hoping that the turnovers would lessen.
That's the time it has for Brgy Ginebra. R.R. Garcia with his second triple of the quarter. And that ups the Phoenix lead now to 11 points.
There's some good pressure going on here from Joshua Bistonzo.
They go cross court. Jordan Vance wants it back. Can't get it back. Scotty Thompson. The follow-up isn't there. Pinckney. Or Bistonzo now pushing it up.
Here comes Phoenix. They're really looking to push the ball. Very aggressive.
Uh-oh. Josh loves this angle. And he gets it. Another triple drops for Phoenix. They are off to a hot start. Tim Cohn has to call a ceasefire with this one done.
Well, he doesn't like what he's seeing on the court now. And what's important here is stop the bleeding. So here he is, Josh Bistonzo wide open. And you cannot leave him wide open like that because you know what? He's going to drain it just like that.
It is a 14-point lead, a 30-second timeout called now by Brgy Ginebra. And the outside shooting has been the catalyst in a lot of wins recently, not for Phoenix in particular, but for other teams as well. Remember, Star Hotshots just the other day, just yesterday actually, using their three-pointers as well to blow out the opposition.
Well, it's just confidence, you know. If you have a lot of confidence in the game, you come in there and you work hard, you're going to get some open shots, and you just stay comfortable. And it's a lot of confidence as well. So when you have a combination of that, it's very easy when it comes to the game. When you get the open shot, you know you're going to nail it.
Well, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. Stay with us right here on Signal HD.
Now, number 6, down 1 point. That's his first round for the Phoenix. 14 seconds on the shot.
Able to score to cut this lead down to 12 points. Mac Maracael. That's his first attempt as we rejoin the action here from Panapo City. Noel Zarate alongside Don Aliado. For Signal HD, this is the PBA on the road. We got under 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Dave Marcelo seeing his first action. Chris Ellis going airborne. Bothered there by Pinckney. Otheus Jeffers carving space inside, and he'll have to earn it from the free throw line.
Well, Otheus Jeffers has great timing. As we said before, he's a high-energy player, and he gravitates always towards the ball. And that time, he had to grab the rebound against Brundial and Kevin Pinckney. So, you know, he's very athletic, and he's got a knack for where the ball will be.
I'm just looking at the lineup right now for Phoenix. He's got 4 former Ginebra players and an import. Rocky Brundial, Evan Montfort is in the game for the first time. Mac Maracael, Joshua Bistonzo.
One thing that they got from Ginebra is that never say die spirit.
You're right.
We all know that Ginebra never say die attitude.
A split from Otheus Jeffers. And it is an 11-point lead now, right now for Phoenix. Here's Kevin Pinckney, had a three-pointer earlier. Pinckney on the penetration this time, off the glass has to work. Here's Otis Jeffers pushing it up. Jeffers, oh, nice find, and Sol Mercado for the layup.
That's a great pass there by Otis Jeffers. And Sol Mercado got rewarded for running straight down the lane. Great pass.
And this lead is down to just 9 points. And on the entry pass intended for Kevin Pinckney, Dave Marcelo colliding with Kevin Pinckney. It looks like he's shaken up. That's just the 13th foul, however, for Brgy Ginebra. There's Montfort going over to Urbistondo on the catch and quick release. Rondial winning on the rebound war against Jeffers. Here is Barcael knocking it down. You know, everybody still thinks I'm the Coliseum announcer. They're all subbing on me. Nick Pinisi is going to check in the next dead ball. Under a minute remaining.
Nick Pinisi's not the only one that hasn't been on Ginebra.
That's right. A miss up close, and that'll bring Nick Pinisi into the game.
And we all know what Nick Pinisi can do in his ball game. He can shoot some threes for you.
But he's also 6'9" and provides some quality defense as well. And that'll bring Greg Slaughter back into the game. Tim Cone doesn't like this matchup. A 6'5" Dave Marcelo going up against a 6'9" Nick Pinisi. So what he's going to do is insert his 7-footer once again.
Well, you know, it's not like Nick Pinisi is going to go post you up. You know, he's going to sit on the outside and he's going to play his game. And shooting, he's what he's known for.
Step back, Joe Devance overshoots.
Yeah, Joe Devance had no choice because the shot clock was winding down, so he took that shot.
Here is Urbistondo. Takes it strong, goes over to Rodney Brondial, goes airborne, just get it to go. Rebounded Greg Slaughter, and the shot clock has been turned off. Last shot opportunity for Brgy Ginebra. Ginebra is actually on a 5-0 run right now.
Now, Coach Tim Cone wants a spread action, and they got the switch that they wanted.
But almost a steal with 4 seconds remaining in the first. Urbistondo playing the passing lane.
And look at the effort of Josh Urbistondo diving for that ball. I mean, they have his big lead now, but he's still out there diving, sacrificing his body. Great effort.
The lead is 11, and Scotty Thompson walks. 2.5, still enough time to execute one more play for Phoenix. And with the unlimited range of Josh Urbistondo, that might even be his shot. There he goes, jacks it up. Oh!
Wow!
Josh Urbistondo!
And he looks at the Ginebra bench. Josh Urbistondo, the fireball, nailing that half-court shot.
And Josh is probably going to Ginebra say, don't you guys miss me? This is definitely going to count. He had released it in time with 0.6 of a second.
Look at him go straight to the bench.
Wow.
Looking at the bench of Ginebra. Again, the never say die attitude of Josh.
14-point lead.
All right, that was the blindfolded and shoot.
R.R. Garcia has led the way on 5 of 8 shooting for the entire Phoenix squad, but R.R. Garcia has had 3 triples of his own, or make that 2 triples of his own. He is 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, 4 for 5 from the field, 12 points to lead the way for this 14-point lead for Phoenix as we enter quarter number 2. The Lozano wrong side. Don Aliado, just like that, another 3-pointer drop for Phoenix, courtesy of Mac Barcael.
Well, Phoenix right now is on a hot streak. You know, they're really trying to ride this momentum right now of getting, burying these outside 3-point shots.
Slaughter, there's going to be a foul on Pinisi. The help came late from Rodney Brondial, and Nick Pinisi's letting Rodney Brondial know.
And that's just great position there. That's just great position there by Greg Slaughter. He's able to see where the ball is, and then he sealed his man. And that's, of course, the entry pass coming from Sol Mercado was right on point, right on the money.
Greg Slaughter, about an 80% free throw shooter, nails that. He's got 5 in the game. Lead is down to 14 points, as it was at the end of the first quarter. 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, at 6 of 9 right now. Let's see if Obistondo can add to that at 6 of 10.
It's always scary once Josh Obistondo lets a three-point field goal fly, because you always know that it's always going to go in.
Well, here is Jeffers. He hasn't had any rest yet. Joe DeVance, the entire bench of Phoenix looking for a traveling violation. Mercado left open for 3. Doesn't go. And a loose ball foul as Jeffers goes down, and Macbaracael sees if he's okay.
Jeffers is a little shaken up, but he's a strong guy. He'll be okay.
Slow to get up, though.
Tim Cohen a little bit worried there that his prized import could be hurt, but yeah, he stood up and he's okay.
Looks like he's trying to fix the sleeve on his right thigh. It looks like he got hit in the pelvic area. I don't know if you've ever gotten hit there, Don, but that feels like electricity going through your body.
I've got my share of hits there.
A steal by Eman Montfort ahead to Orbistondo. Hangs on for Josh. Rebound, Brgy.
Brgy very active here. As soon as he came in, he's a workhorse. He works on defense, getting those rebounds. In that time, he got an offensive rebound and a putback.
Lead is 16 right now for the Phoenix Fuel Masters. Ginebra hasn't figured out what hit them yet. And that is almost another steal by Brgy. Oh, they're going to call it a turnover now. Last touch on Barangay Ginebra as Japet Aguilar checks back into the game for Joe DeVance. Looks like Ophius Jeffers isn't going to get any rest in this game, Don.
Well, my concern is, again, he's a high energy player, and will he have enough to sustain going into the fourth quarter?
Obistondo thinking 3 once again. He's gotten 2 of them already. What a buzzer beater to end the first quarter. Barakael. Ball is tapped by Jeffers. Here comes Scotty Thompson. Thompson tries to leave everybody. Thompson, hang time. And he will bait the foul from McPinisi. Oh, check that. It's on Eman Montfort. So they will call it just a side court inbound before the shot of Scotty. Mercado on the inbound now to Thompson. Jeffers coming off a screen. Sees some daylight. Gets it to go.
Ophius Jeffers just sees a little bit of an opening, and he's going to attack it every single time.
9 in the game for the import of Barangay Ginebra. Barakael going out to Montfort. Some quick ball movement once again for Phoenix. Shot clock down to 9. Orbistondo against Japet. Orbistondo the step back. He misses. Brgy with the offensive rebound. Pinay wants to join the party. Missing from the outside as well.
Here comes Ginebra running, trying to wait for guys to come back. Oh, there's a offensive foul here coming from Japet Aguilar.
Japet just erased Rodney Brgy that time as JC Dowell checks back in. Let's take a look at it one more time, Don. Oh, this was actually the hang time move of Ophius Jeffers earlier.
And that's great body control there. The great display of body control by Ophius Jeffers. Able to hang in the air and shift and still stay in control and finishing the shot.
36 to 22 right now. And Eman Montfort trying to get creative in mid-air. He will be clipped.
Yeah, I've always loved playing with Eman Montfort because he's a smart basketball player. He's going to draw a lot of attention towards him because of his ability to score. And when he does draw the attention to him, he'll always find his big man, and he's a great passer. He's an underrated passer. People don't think that he can pass well, but I've seen him pass, and for me, he's a great passer.
He's only 5'6" though, so his speed and his basketball smarts make up for his lack of ceiling. As J.J. Helterbrand, the former MVP, is in the game for the first time. R.R. Garcia also back in now for Phoenix. Jeffers. Slaughter had a good steal, but Jeffers wants an isolation. They swing it around now to Mercado. Shot clock at 5. Saul going to Greg. Turnaround, good. Greg's looking over to Jeffers. See? That seal earlier.
That shot was wide open because McPinay helped And so so he went and did a flash to the front.
Well, Nick Penise's
Of the
plus
key.
minus is starting to drop right now with that offensive foul. So 38-24, still so far so good. Phoenix at the helm of this game. They're up by 14 points. Ginebra wants to chop at this for sure.
Ginebra really trying to pound it inside.
Slaughter again.
Nice move there by Greg Slaughter. Simple turnaround, using his body to shield the defender.
A 9 in the game for the Cebu native, Greg Slaughter. There's R. Garcia. Jumper is good for JC Indal. That's a 3.
We got the scorers table. Kevin Pinckney and William Wilson.
We're not table officials. They're all in front of us, though, Don. There's Greg Slaughter. That's a heat check for him. He hit his last 2 shots. Garcia gets 2 screens that time.
He had a triple screen there.
Garcia trying to shake it big against Jervy Cruz, and before he could go up, Cruz is going to be called for the foul. That was a mismatch, and everybody's going to acknowledge that. And we're going to have a 3-man sub as Pinckney, Laneta, and Wilson check back in. Looks like you were updating Wilson on how many fouls he's got.
I think I asked him, how many fouls do you have?
Well, here is Laneta going inside to Pinckney once again. Pinckney steps on the line, and it's a turnover against Phoenix. And he's saying he was pushed out by Greg.
Well, Greg, good defense there by Greg. He just stood his ground and used his baseline to shield him from the offensive guy.
There's Hildebrand being pressured in the backcourt. How many years have these two gentlemen gone at it? Chico Lanete against J.J. Hildebrand. Sol Mercado doing the backdoor now for Othius Jeffers, who gets it off the glass.
Nice move there. It's a good read. He saw that J.C. Indal was overplaying him, so he chose to go back door and finish the shot.
11 points now for Othius Jeffers. Pinckney with a good steal, and Greg Slaughter had to put his hands down. Kelly Tenorio is going to check back in.
Here's Othius Jeffers here
Rare rest.
with a little turnaround fadeaway jumper. It's very hard to stop. Once you get that space, hard for a defender to stop that.
RR can't get it to go. Greg Slaughter says, I want my double-double. Get out of there, Jervy. Sol Mercado, 2-point guard set now for Brgy Ginebra with Mercado and Tenorio on the floor at the same time. Or 3, actually, if you include J.J. Hildebrand. Slaughter had it batted away. He gets it back. Turnaround, Jervy Cruz, yes.
Nice turnaround move there by J.B. Cruz, who was able to get position over Willie Wilson down in the low post, and he makes him pay.
Nice cut by Wilson. He gets the ball inside. Good tap, however, from J.J. Hildebrand. Ginebra on the break. And a dribbling violation on Sol. Tried to pull the brakes too late.
Well, it's a good effort there by Sol. He wants to push the ball. He wants to get Phoenix to tire out a little bit here. And Tim Cohen saw that. He appreciates the effort. So now he just said, let's get back on defense. Let's improve on our defense.
Phoenix hasn't scored in the last minute and a half. This is a drought by their standards, the way they've been playing today. Chico Lanete can't change that as well.
The outside jumpers of Phoenix has gotten a little bit cold here in this quarter.
Hildebrand with the spin to get away from his defender. Hildebrand pickpocketed by Lanete, who's going to scoot in. It's their first basket in almost 2 minutes for Phoenix.
Not too many, here Chico Lanete here, he's an underrated defender. Not too many people think that he can play defense, but he's actually an aggressive defender here and very smart.
Almost got another one from Sol that time. Jervy Cruz, Tenorio going inside now to Greg Slaughter. Slaughter with a miss. Pinckney secures. Here comes Phoenix once again, trying to build on this 13-point lead. R.R. Garcia, too close that time. And LA says, everybody get down. 5 minutes and 10 remaining in the second quarter. Oh, nice pass to Slaughter. And only a foul by Chico Lanete could prevent another Gregzilla slam.
You know, that's all possible because of the aggressiveness of L.A. Tenorio. L.A. Tenorio saw the lane. He attacked it. And as soon as Pinckney challenged his shot, he landed it on Greg Slaughter.
Hey, take a look at the motocross action that's happening just right outside this gym. It's a 13-point lead for Phoenix. We'll be right back.
Two shots for Greg Slaughter.
Back to this here in Panapo City. During the break, they switched the balls again, so Greg Slaughter trying to adjust to the feel of the new ball, and he splits his free throws. He's got 10 in the game, the lone local's right spot so far for Brgy Ginebra. Our lead is down to 12.
Right now, the field goal, Phoenix has been struggling here in the second quarter, and they shot poorly, obviously, and instead of in the first quarter, they were waxing hot, but now they cooled off a little bit.
Well, they do still have 2 3-pointers in this quarter. They're actually 2 of 2 from beyond the arc in this quarter. As Gilby Cruz is pressured. Scotty Thompson is back in the game. And our first look at Nico Salva. Scotty Thompson puts his arm down. And Chico Laneta, the veteran that he is, knows how to sell that call.
Again, Chico Laneta is an underrated defender. People don't know he can defend, but this guy, he can defend the best of the best here in the PBA.
And he's quite a tall point guard as well, coming in at 6'1". Thompson gets it out to JC and Tal. Laneta finds Pinky on a good seal as well. And that'll mean free throws as Slaughter is called for his second.
What Ginebra is doing is they're really trying to tire out Kevin Pinckney and trying to make him work for everything that he can get. Even posting up, they're going to make it hard for him to get the ball. And what they're doing there now is they're taking a lot. He's making him move. He's making him expend the energy that he needs come payoff period in the fourth.
Well, he's got 8 in the game after making that first free throw. Good shot of the crowd here at the Panado Multi-Purpose Tourism, Cultural, and Sports Center. One of the longest names of a gym I've heard in quite a while.
I'll just say Panabo.
That's it. That's where we are. Panabo City, about a 30-minute drive from Davao City. It's Tenorio getting it over to Nico Salva. Salva hooking up with his former schoolmate. I don't think they actually played with each other, did they? Maybe they did. Greg Slaughter. Slaughter and Salva,
just taking advantage in the low post. They're trying to beat up Kevin Pinckney here.
I think they did play at least 1 year together, Nico Salva and Greg Slaughter did. Meantime, we got under 4 minutes remaining in this quarter. 3 of 3 from beyond the arc this quarter for Phoenix.
Oh, Chico Laneta feeling it on offense and on defense, so he's doing it on both sides. Great shot there.
That lead is 14 points. Once again, that was the lead they had at the end of the first quarter. Nico Salva. And a traveling violation. Looks like everybody who checks in off the bench is baptized with a traveling violation.
Well, you know, you have to adjust to the referee's calls. It's not like the referees are going to adjust to you guys. So, you know, you have to use it and just learn from it and move on to the next play.
That's right. Otius Jeffers and Marco Giwa check in for Barangay Ginebra. Willie Wilson trying to sell a foul. There's Intal against Salva. Never thought I'd see this matchup happen. Intal shooting over his former college teammate. There's another Atenean with a rebound. Over to another Atenean. Interesting.
The crowd loves the action here in the Panabo Multi-Purpose Tourism, Cultural, and Sports Center.
You gotta get there. You gotta say that one breath, though. Here's Tenorio. Gotta get out to Jeffers. Salva for three. Nope. That's actually the first miss of Ginebra from beyond the arc this quarter as we segue into another timeout with 2:54 remaining. Phoenix has complete control of this first half. They're up by 14. We'll be right back.
Our official tournament dog. Pink, our official outfitter. Dickies, our official casual wheel. Smart, our official wireless partner. At nagpapasalamat po ang PBA kay Mayor James Galaw sa pag-host ng PBA dito sa Panalo City. She is always in my heart. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm competing with them. They say, you baby, you become the type of way you feel like you're dying like me. Good morning, 7 seconds on the shot clock.
Back with us here in our continuing coverage of the PBA on Signal HD with 2.7 to shoot. Otius Jeffers still able to bait the foul from Chico Lanete. And Jeffers goes back to the free throw line, smiling like he just got away with a theft or something.
Otius Jeffers here, of course, got away with something, and now he's on the free throw line. He didn't really expect to get fouled, so here's on our screen.
Yeah, Willie Marshall, and I believe that's the mayor of Panabo City. We're going to try to introduce him to you in just a bit as Otius Jeffers airballs the second free throw. We usually see that from Arinze Onuaku.
Yeah. As, of course, Arinze Onuaku have a hard time here with his free throws. But now, three-point field goals. Barangay Ginebra is 0 out of 5. Meanwhile, for the game, Phoenix is 8 out of 16.
Almost a steal once again for Tenorio. Pinky from deep.
Ginebra gambled there, and they dug in too deep. And for some reason, they left Pinckney all alone on that scramble.
No, Phoenix is still shooting above 50% from beyond the arc. They are 9 of 17. In the meantime, referee Jun Marabe will find a foul away from the ball. That will be called against Willie Wilson. That'll put Phoenix over the limit. So Jeffers goes back to the free throw line. And a warning apparently will be slapped on Phoenix.
Warning on William Wilson for celebratory call.
It is on Wilson. Jeffers with 12 points in the game.
I think Willie Wilson was just trying to seek clarification there on the referee, but of course they misinterpreted that.
And right now, be heard with Shout. Just visit sports5.ph and look for the Shout tab or column. Show your love to your favorite PBA idols by voting yes on their Shout profiles. You can see Japet Aguilar leading JC Intal. So many players from your former college rival school seeing action in this game. That was Japet against JC, two guys from Ateneo as well.
You know, if you're just tuning into this ball game, you read that correctly on your screen. Ginebra is down by 15 points.
And here is Wilson going out to RR. Three-pointers a miss. And Otheus Jeffers working hard to get that one. We have exactly 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Dave Marcelo overshoots the layup. Here comes JC Intal. Intal into the front court. Spots RR. Can't shoot. But he was there to provide the defense. They lob it inside to Wilson. Overplayed. Wilson gets it out. Intal over to Garcia. Good ball movement here. Garcia with two amazing side steps to get away.
That's a great sidestep, Euro step, you name it, he's done it. Easy 2 points here for RR Garcia. 14
in the game. This guy's coming off a 6-point performance in their last loss against the Star Hotshots.
It seems at this point that Barangay Ginebra is having a hard time with their offense. There's not too much going on with their passing. Not too many guys are moving, and they're just relying solely on individual plays.
Willie Wilson got baited into that foul against Otheus Jeffers. So Jeffers, if we could use a baseball term, he's playing small ball right now, trying to get the fouls, getting to the free throw line. He's not going for the home run. He's going for these little singles. As you can see, RR, boy.
Wow, going straight to the rack, into the teeth of the Ginebra defense.
2 for 2 for Otheus Jeffers. That lead is down to 15 for Phoenix. They have possession with 1 minute and 11 remaining here in that first half.
Now, a lot of the damage here for Phoenix have been done by the locals. You know, Pinckney, of course, has had his share here and there with his offense. But primarily, the locals are stepping up here in Panabo.
Talking about guys like Josh Urbistrondo, R.R. Garcia. They have been doing well. Even this guy, Chico Lanete.
And Chico Lanete so far is winning this ball game. Why? It's because he's playing great defense.
He missed a three-pointer there, though. Under 1 minute remaining in the first half. Tenorio evades everyone. Gets it to go.
And that's Tenorio's signature move, the running floater there. And Coach Coy is mad at the referee because he thinks that was an illegal screen set by the big men of Ginebra.
He will go a 30-second timeout. So Phoenix 52, Barangay Ginebra 39. You have to remember that Phoenix is at the bottom of the team standings as we speak, and they are in danger of missing the playoffs. Barangay Ginebra actually came into this game wanting to improve on their 4-3 record, trying to join San Miguel Beer, Alaska atop the team standings, but so far they've been faltering in this game, Don.
Well, they just haven't gotten into the rhythm like in the previous games. And as soon as they get into the rhythm, they'll be okay. But let's talk about why they haven't gotten into their rhythm.
Right.
Maybe it could be some outside factors, like, of course, they changed the ball earlier, or the gym, the conditions of the gym is quite hot. And there we have on our screen one of the officials here in Panabo.
Yep. And, of course, the officials of Phoenix, and their office is pretty near, just a 30-minute drive away in Davao City, the national headquarters of Phoenix Fuel. So a lot of Phoenix fans here as well at the Panabo Multipurpose Tourism, Cultural, and Sports Center. I said it.
I'll just say here at the Panabo Gym.
That'll probably work. Ellis whistles for a kickball, so 14 seconds to shoot for Phoenix. JC Intal inbounds it over to Kevin Pinckney. Pinckney drives against Dave Marcelo. He's got the height advantage. In and out. Oh! Tipped in by Dave Marcelo. That's going to go to Willie Wilson, though.
Unfortunate there for Barangay Ginebra. Everything going right for them. Even a tip-in in their own basket.
That's called an own goal in soccer. They'll credit it, of course, to the nearest guy. How about L.A. Tenorio with the crossover? It's a miss. And 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Time enough for one more field goal. Chico Lanete, all of a sudden Marcelo lost his footing and Lanete gets the layup.
It's a little bit of slip there in the paint.
Jeffers, 1 second. Can't get it. At the end of the first half, an amazing performance so far for the 2-4 Phoenix Fuels against the 4-3 Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, 56-30.
And for the Phoenix Fuel Masters, Mr. Dennis Cooley, the governor and team owner of the Phoenix Fuel Masters, and for the PBA, Commissioner Andres
have some plaques and some trophies actually being awarded by the city to the PBA for having staged this momentous event here in Panapo City. This is not the first time the PBA has been to Panapo City. Of course, you played in this gym before, Don.
Of course, I played here before, and it's always fun to go out of town and see the fans of Panapo and Davao, for that matter. It's just a great atmosphere. You know, you get out of Manila, you get to travel, you enjoy the bus rides with your teammate, and so on and so forth. So. You know, it builds camaraderie amongst your teammates, and it builds character and strength all throughout.
But it also brings the PBA closer to the fans. Most of these fans will never set foot in Metro Manila to actually watch a game live, and so the PBA bringing the games to the province has always been a big part of the league's success.
It's a great opportunity for the fans here in the province to come out and support their respective teams, and of course the PBA.
As we begin quarter number 3, possession to Phoenix Fuels. Willie Wilson on the high-low. Pinckney underneath. Goes the other way for the reverse. And this is now the biggest lead of the game for Phoenix.
That is possible. Why? It's because Willie Wilson just gave the perfect pass, perfect lob pass for Kevin Pinckney to just grab and lay it up.
Greg Slaughter getting it inside and away from the ball. A little bit of action between Jap and Aguilar. And
Willie Wilson, they're both jockeying for position. And Willie Wilson is not the type.
That's a fourth on Willie.
And he gets his fourth, unfortunately. And here's Rodney Brundial asked to take the responsibility left by Willie Wilson due to 4 fouls.
And Rodney's going to have to face up against his former teammate over here at Barangay Ginebra, Greg Slaughter. Bothered that time, and he was bothered because he got flipped on the arm by Kevin Pinckney, who can't believe the call.
He got
Greg on the elbow.
And he can't believe it himself. He was like, ref, I didn't mean it. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that in basketball. You foul somebody, the ref calls it, there's no reversal. Of course, unless they review it.
And for the
that
standards,
is an obvious foul.
Yeah, for the standards of Greg Slaughter, Don, he's actually struggling from the free throw line. This guy's almost an 80% free throw shooter. Wow. 2 misses for Greg Zilla. When was the last time you saw that happen?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
You know, Greg Zilla, we all know that he loves the mainstay, and he has a great touch on the outside.
Here is Kevin Pinckney shooting over Greg Slaughter that time. The rebound picked up by Otis Jeffers.
And Ginebra can live with that. They want Pinckney to just stick on the outside and try to beat Ginebra from the outside instead of scoring all the way in the inside.
Pinckney's already got 2 3-point field goals in this game as R.R. Garcia has whistled for his first foul. So barely a minute gone by here in our third quarter. 18-point lead for Phoenix. Barangay Ginebra has not even scored yet in this quarter. Japet hopes to change that, and he does. And Rodney Brundial is going to give him a 3-point play opportunity.
There's a lot of banging going on between Japet Aguilar and Rodney Brundial. You know, it's for a defender, you know, one of the things you need to do is you need to play him before he gets the ball, and that's really important. Make him step out and get the ball instead of being at the comfort zone in the low post.
Ginebra starting to miss a lot of free throws here, Don, and this is going to tell on them in the end game. They're trying to come back from this big 17-point lead.
Oh, I think right now Ginebra is pretty much out of sync on their offense, and they're still trying to find a spark of hope to try to get them to get the crowd going. Of course, this is Ginebra, and their 6th man is the crowd.
That's a good stop there coming from Greg Slaughter. Jeffers gets a pick from Slaughter. Jeffers pick and roll with Slaughter. And Greg is going to finish. Rodney Brundial is powerless against these trees of Barangay Ginebra.
The Twin Towers of Barangay Ginebra starting to assert their mastery here and play some good offense. Nice pocket pass there by Otis.
Perfect pick and roll.
Oh, he almost had that. But nonetheless, and here's the crowd going nuts.
And a timeout has been called on the floor by Coach Coy, but now it's a full timeout. And we will stay with you on this. Probably we can listen in on the huddle of Coach Coy if we can.
Well,
but nevertheless, it's still a 15-point lead for Phoenix.
Well, for Phoenix, one thing that they don't want is they don't want the crowd to get into this ball game. once the crowd gets into this ball game, that's the sixth man of Ginebra.
Well, it was a 30-second timeout. I stand corrected. It wasn't a full timeout called by Coach Coy Banal. So right now it is a bonus free throw coming up for Greg Slaughter. He missed his first 2 free throws earlier. Former #1 pick out of the Ateneo de Manila University, out of Cebu. That's it to go that time. The lead is slowly shrinking, Don. This is just a 14-point lead.
And, you know, for Phoenix, you cannot allow a team like Ginebra to get back into this ball game.
Lead was largest at 19. Garcia had a good first quarter. He had 2 3-pointers there. Finished the first half with 12. Isolation, Brondial, and Mark Giwa extended his arm.
Oh, he got called for an arm bar there. As we all know, for those of you who don't know, there's a new rule in the PBA. You cannot use your arm bar, unlike previous years where you can just you know, use your arm bar to guard on the low post. But now you can't, so.
Yeah, that's going to be foul number 4 as well for Mark Giwa. There's Garcia trying to create some space against Tenorio. Dribbles on LA's foot.
Oh, that's just pretty much great defense there by LA Tenorio. Really using his speed and his quickness to try to stay in step with R.R. Garcia.
Tim Cone on your screens, hoping for win number 5, but they still got to overhaul this 14-point lead. JC Intal hits the side of the board. There's Greg Zilla once again. Tenorio pushing it up for Ginebra. Tenorio fires Japet. Japet to the layup. Good!
Here comes Ginebra coming back slowly into this ball game. If you're from Phoenix, I suggest you don't allow a team like Ginebra to get back into this ball game because it's very dangerous once the 6th man gets into it.
Pinckney, yes! And he'll also draw the foul from Japet Aguilar.
And Phoenix comes back and answers with their own.
That's just a good, well-timed move there for Kevin Pinckney. The moment he got it, the baseline was closed. He took it the other way. And you can take your choice. It was either Slaughter or Aguilar that time, but they called it on Japet.
The crowd really letting Pinckney know that he's not their favorite.
He missed the free throw. Pinckney has 15, however. He's the leading scorer so far for Phoenix. Time down to 9 and 19 remaining in the third. LA Tenorio getting it across now for Otheus Jeffers. Jeffers finds a way to get inside.
Yeah, shifty move there by Otheus Jeffers.
They go cross court now to JC Intal. The rocket launches. No. Another rebound for Slaughter. And here's another fast break opportunity for Ginebra. Tenorio with the ankle breaker gets it.
Whoa, that is a highlight. LA Tenorio crossing over R.R. Garcia and getting that patented floater.
From a high of 19 just a few moments ago, and it's down to 10. Chance of Ginebra from the Panabo crowd. Garcia silences them for the
He's
meantime.
Just a steady point guard for here for Phoenix. And he silenced the crowd.
You know what? There are quite a few Phoenix fans in the building as well, Don.
Well, because Phoenix is really based here.
Now Japet going into Greg. Quick release. Good.
High low play there. Good recognition by Japet to spot his teammates Slaughter, who had position over Kevin Pinckney.
That was the Ateneo connection once again. Brondial out of Adamson. Puts it on the floor. Brondial can't score. Pinckney with the offensive rebound. Deep inside. Good defense by Greg Slaughter.
And here comes LA Tenorio.
LA. Mark the score. Big shot.
Here we go. Ginebra. Good recognition there by LA Tenorio. Seeing the trailer, which is Mark Giwa wide open. And he buries that 3.
And Mark Giwa gets credit for just a long 2. He had his foot on the line. Garcia again.
Oh, Garcia really showing that he can perform with the best of them.
That was just a power move from the little man. And now we have time down at 7 and 20 remaining. Joshua Bastone is still being subbed by me, actually. Oh, nice play inside the Slaughter. And a late whistle. Kevin Pinckney is called for the foul. The Phoenix guys are subbing in front of me as well, Don. So
Here he is. Here's the ankle breaker here.
Yeah, let's see
1,
this.
2. Oh, here we go. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Ellie Tenorio with the patented Tenorio floater.
Again, Greg Slaughter missing a free throw. Now we got a parade of subs coming in for both teams. Kevin Pinckney is going to take a seat as Nick Panisi checks in. Mac Maracael is also in there as well with Joshua Bistondo. Sol Mercado and Joe DeVance will see their first action of the second half for Barangay Ginebra.
Coach Coy and Coach Tim keeping the players fresh, subbing them every here and there.
And of course, this is a pretty humid gym as Slaughter splits the free throws.
It's pretty humid. You're right about that.
It is a 15-6 run for Barangay Ginebra right now. And the six, most of them coming from that man, R. Garcia, who who turns it over.
Yeah, Sol Mercado just got into the ball game, but what does he do? He plays great defense. That's what he's known for. Plays great defense and attacks on offense.
One of the best point guard defenders in the league. Here's LA with another crossover, another runner, but this one drops out.
Brgy out there with a monster rebound.
Time down to 6:45 remaining in the third. 64 Phoenix, 55 Ginebra. So that lead is down to 9 from a high of 19. Panisi on the post-up. They can't see him. Garcia from 25. And here's the rebound now from L.A. Tenorio. Tenorio attacks. Tenorio scores!
All the way there. Tenorio saw an opening, gave him a shuffle, and went straight to the basket for the easy 2 points.
And the coaching staff of Phoenix Fuels is aghast at this run of Barangay Ginebra. Good crossover by Joshua Bistondo, who scores.
Josh gets it back for that miscommunication there on defense by sinking that easy 2-point shot.
Sol Mercado.
And that's one good thing about Josh. You know, he sometimes he won't be there, he'll mess up on offense or on defense. But he's the type of player to get things back.
Nobody can stop Greg Slaughter in this game. He has taken over here in the third quarter. The lead is down to 7. It is 66-59 as we take a look at the move of Greg Zilla, leaving everyone in his dust. It is just a 7-point lead for Phoenix. We'll be right back. Stay with us right here on Signal HD. Back with us here at Panabo City, ladies and gentlemen. Barangay Ginebra down by 19 just a few moments ago. They are now only down by 7, 66-59. Noel Zarate alongside Don Aliado.
You know, I'm going to say it right now. Never say die.
Yeah.
Never say die.
Well, Bistondo from the same never say die team before, showing it can work both ways.
It's very aggressive here for Josh or Bistondo. Again, earlier in the first half, burying that half-court three-pointer. Field goal for Barangay Ginebra, 9 out of 10. Meanwhile, Phoenix is only 6 out of 12.
That's still a good clip, and Greg Slaughter now with 22 points in the game.
So again, Ginebra pounding it all the way in the paint. Not relying so much on their outside shooting like what they did in the first half.
Go to Bistondo once again. How about Josh on the drive? Rebound picked up here by Sol Mercado. Look at him go. Sol Mercado all the way.
Yes! Soul Train! All the way coast to coast. My goodness. Running over the defense.
He also get a foul there, Don. I mean, You want to talk about speed.
Here we go. Soul Train, runaway train. Get out of my way. I'm going straight to the cup.
Pinisi was so defenseless against the charging Sol Mercado.
And that looked like a runaway train to me, if you ask me.
Sol cuts it down to just a 4-point lead. Amazing. Phoenix has to get it together. RR gets a pick from Pinisi. That's a bone-crunching one from Mick. Marabel against Jeffers. Marabel on the run. Lost it to Jeffers' spot. Foul on Otheus.
Otheus gave a foul there. But there's a referee said there was some contact enough for us to call a foul.
You know what? Otheus Jeffers has a striking resemblance to a former Ginebra import as well by the name of Wes Matthews. The father of Wesley Matthews, of course. Probably the same size, a little taller though.
You had to dig deep for that archive.
He's a Laker boy.
Yeah.
And the first one is made by Mac Maracael, another former Ginebra player. Chris Ellis checks in for Barangay Ginebra. Maracael, another former member of Gilas, making good on 2 free throws. So Phoenix with a little bit of breathing space right now. They're up by 6, 70 to 64. 25 to 14 for Ginebra this quarter.
Now, don't look now, but Phoenix is playing zone defense here.
Thompson, Slaughter, Ellis, 4-3. That's a miss. Rebound picked up by R.R. Garcia. Garcia open on Bistardo. Stops, waits for his teammates because he sees Bryce Slaughter there. Lost his footing and lost the ball.
One thing, when you play zone defense, is you're susceptible to offensive rebounds and fast break.
Especially from long shots.
Yes, from long shots, correct. So what you got to do to beat a zone is you got to move the defense. You got to find the penetration just like that and kick it. Find the open man.
Ellis, very near. Can't get it. And another bullet dodge by Phoenix as we approach under 4 minutes remaining here in the third. Orbistondo, 4-3. That was a challenge shot by Scotty Thompson.
That's the shot really that Coach Boy wants.
Scotty, that's going to be a reach in on RR. And Phoenix already in the penalties. That'll be 2 free throws for the rookie. 2 on RR. Scotty Thompson, rookie out of the University of Perpetual Help. Getting to the free throw line. A lot of questions were raised, but Scotty Thompson was actually drafted by Tim Cone. But now looking back, it was a perfect choice for Tim Cone.
I've seen Scotty Thompson in college, and let me tell you, Tim Cone is absolutely correct choosing Scotty Thompson. You know, he's a great passer. He's got great instincts for the game, and you can see he's done terrific here so far as a rookie for Ginebra.
In the meantime, we have 2 subs coming in. Willie Wilson playing with 4 fouls, and Kevin Pinckney also rejoining him on the floor. 2 free throws made by Thompson. That lead is down to 4 once again. Here's Joshua Bistardo. Bistardo hooking up with Baracael. Garcia gets a pick from Wilson. And Sol Mercado tried to fight the pick, and he'll be called for the foul. So 3 minutes and 18 remaining in the third quarter. Baracael, can Phoenix weather the storm? Phoenix would like nothing than another double-digit spread at the end of 3. As Garcia misses, Orbistondo thinking about it. Gets it out to Wilson. Baracael. Higbee left open, and that's going to come up short. Aguilar taps it over. Ellis ahead to Thompson for the layup.
He wasn't able to get the ball, but what he did, he tapped it to his open teammate, which is Chris Ellis, and gave the lead pass to Scotty Thompson for the easy 2 points.
The lead is down to 2 for Phoenix. They were up by 19 just a few moments ago. Orbistondo can't get it. Higbee can't get it either.
Now that's my question now, the energy of Pinay.
A chance to tie or take the lead for Barangay Ginebra for the first time since 2-0. Thompson, real time.
Right place at the right time, and guess who gave the assist there? Sol Mercado, playing really great right now here in the second half.
This is our first tie of the game, Don Aliado. Garcia breaks it immediately.
R.R. Garcia playing like a veteran, in his young career here in the PBA.
17 in the game, 21 in the game now for R.R. Garcia. We have under 2 minutes remaining in the third. 3-point lead for Phoenix. They go to Japin. Japin can't produce. And once again, R.R. Garcia. He's been the man of the moment. Maracael gets it out to R.R. once again. Wilson with another pick to free up R.R. Oh! R.R. Garcia
finding a way to get through the teeth, the defense of the Brgy Ginebra.
With 1:34 remaining, R.R. Garcia with 23 in the game and a 3-point play opportunity coming up as we take a look at this beautiful move from the former FEU Tamarao. We have a timeout. We'll be right back.
Our official tournament ball. Peak, our official outfitter. Dickies, our official casual wear. Smart, our official wireless partner. At nagpapasalawat po ang PBA kay Mayor James Gao sa pag-host ng PBA dito sa Manalo City.
Well, it's been a story right now, Don, of 2 players just stepping up for both teams. You have Greg Slaughter stepping it up for Barangay Ginebra, and we also have R.R. Garcia now with 23 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Phoenix.
Garcia is just amazing in this ball game, really taking advantage of the opportunity that he's been given here on this team. And Coach Coy is just believes so much in him. And what R.R. Garcia is doing is just repaying him for all that trust.
R.R. misses the bonus, however. It is still a 5-point lead for Phoenix. Once again, they were up by 19 points. Phoenix was in this quarter. It was 58-39 at one point. And Sol Mercado lost the ball. Maracael on the pull-up. Gets it over to R.R. Overshoots the 3. Japin Aguilar plucks it out. And listen, Willie Wilson is hurt on the other end. It's a 5-on-4. Wilson slow to get up. Here's Thompson. Mercado. Wilson finally joining the defensive group. Saul baits the foul from Kevin Pinay.
Well, that's one way to break the zone, is to attack it by penetrating to the basket. And, Pinay now has 4 fouls.
That's right.
That's a big development here for Phoenix, because right now Ginebra is just a different team here in the third quarter.
Maybe Coach Coy, and he's telling Kevin, you're okay, you're staying on the floor.
Yeah, and that's one reason why they stayed in the zone, because they don't really want to get Pinay into foul trouble. However, Sol Mercado has other plans.
Sol at the line. Makes his first. Got 6 in the game. As we take a look at Scotty Thompson on the shout back, and he's sending out his greetings to everybody from Davao del Sur, Davao City, Digos, Baclayon, Balalag, and he's asking for the support of the fans in Panabo, hoping for a Ginebra win. A split, however, from Sol Mercado from the free throw line. Under a minute remaining in this action-packed third quarter, to say the least. Willie Wilson, go next.
The patented jump shot here by Willie Wilson. Again, he just show up at any given time. He can nail that shot.
Right, Ginebra tied it up at 70, but right now we have a 7-1 run being enjoyed by Phoenix. Mercado gonna walk. They get it out to Joe DeVan. A layup here by Jeffrey.
He's hurt.
He got hit in the chest.
He is hurt. Willie Wilson is down here, and we need some attention.
He collided with Otheus Jeffers on the initial fake.
It looks like he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah. That's happened to me and you a lot of times, Mr. Aliado.
Yeah, it happened to me a lot.
He's going to be okay. What happens there is that when your ribs get hit, your windpipe also sort of closes for a few moments.
Well, it's pretty much your diaphragm. When your diaphragm gets hit and there's a violent reaction inside your body, all the wind comes out. You just cannot breathe. Everything constricts.
So Willie Wilson's going to need a really good massage after this one. He fell down on the defensive end, or he fell down on the offensive end, and now he got hit in the defensive end. And he'll have to inbound as well.
You know, again, Willie Wilson he's a tough customer here. Virtually undersized, but getting a lot of rebounds for his team.
Evan Montfort beats the trap. Wilson on the crossover. Montfort lets it fly. Yes!
Evan Montfort, the smallest guy in the court, but, you know, he's got a huge heart.
Lead is up to 7 once again for Phoenix Fuels. Thompson, Mercado, 7 seconds. Thompson, 4 seconds. Over to Saul for 3. No. Tip in is good. They're going to count that one. That might go to Japet Aguilar. And they say Otheus Jeffers actually gets the basket.
Again, if you're in the zone, you're susceptible to offensive rebounds. And at that particular time, they took advantage of it.
R.R. Garcia, 23, 6, and 6. And we're not even done with this game yet. Could he be after another career high?
He's on his way to a triple-double.
That's right. We'll find out as we rejoin the action in the fourth quarter in just a few moments. Final 12 minutes is upon us here in Panabo City, folks. And thank you for joining us in our continuing coverage of the PBA right here on Signal HD Channel 198. My name is Noel Zarate, alongside 3-time PBA All-Star and 3-time PBA champion Don Aliado. And your assessment of that roller coaster third quarter as we take over Brgy Ginebra coming in with 36 points.
Oh, they really poured in a lot in the third quarter, but you know, Phoenix is still they're scoring 24 in that last. So the score is now they're still up by 8. Excuse me, they're up by 5.
Flagrant whistle by referee Sherwin Pineda.
Oh, landing zone.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah, the landing zone, that's one of the most dangerous things that you could do to a jump shooter, take away his landing zone. And that was actually Ateneo, and Ateneo once again with Evan Montfort going up against L.A. Tenorio. They will review this, of course. So, I'm not even sure if it's a three-point shot. We're going to have to check if that was a three-point shot taken by L.A. Tenorio. Sol Mercado trying to join the Phoenix huddle. He's trying to get under the skin of Willie Wilson as well.
That's a tall order because Willie Wilson rarely he loses his cool. But
yeah, we're going to take a look at it again. From this angle, we're pretty much going to see it. It's a long two.
Uh-oh, there he is.
Oh, that looks like an F1.
There he is, landing zone. So for those of you, for those of the viewers that don't really understand what the landing zone is, you have a jump shooter, you know, you have a ball, offensive guy with a jump shot. You have to allow him to land. There's what we call an imaginary circle around the player. And when when you challenge the shot, your foot cannot be landed on by the offensive player's
Meaning your foot cannot be in that circle.
Cannot. If at any time that hits, you can be kicked out of the game or called for an F1.
A flagrant one. And Montfort, we all know, is not a dirty player
No,
by
definitely
any stretch
not.
of the imagination. But the moment you do take that away,
At this day and age here in the PBA, gone are the dirty players, and they've been substituted with physical players.
right. Still no announcement, however, on the penalty on Evan Montfort's foul. They're more concerned about changing the basketball once again. This time they'll use a Phoenix Fuels basketball. Got away with it. Just a regular foul, common foul on Evan Montfort. Again, this has probably got something to do with reputation as well. I mean, if you had somebody else, probably, I don't know, Ali Peak or something like that, challenging a jump shooter. No, Ali's a good guy. But, you know,
Ali would probably block that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So LA Tenorio will be given 2 free throws. And the ball's on play on the second one. And still, this is going to cut the lead down to just 4 points at this stage.
And there's a sold-out Coliseum here at the Panabo Gym here in Davao. So many people taking selfies,
Yeah.
I might add.
And it is 2 for 2 for LA Tenorio. Single possession game once again. Again, if you're just joining us, Phoenix had a 58-39 lead in the third quarter. Ginebra tied it up a few minutes later at 70. Evan Montfort almost tip in, almost. Almost doesn't cut it though for Phoenix.
Now, Tenorio is signaling to let's run these guys to the ground. He really wants to push the ball.
No, the Vance still looking for his first offense, and Evan Montfort tried to poke it away. Otheus Jeffers. I don't even think Jeffers felt that.
I don't think he did feel that at all.
That was like a very, very hard tap given by Evan Montfort. Just side court out of bounds. Sideline out of bounds, rather. There's Joe DeVance. Gets it out to Saul. Inside to Jeffers. Jeffers on the fall away. Tough shot. Down to the loose ball. And LA got to the spot first. Montfort's going to be called for his third consecutive foul.
And from one Ateneo to another, you know, nothing, they're just playing hard, and good sportsmanship there by LA Tenorio, picking up his former teammate, one.
But it is 5 fouls now for Evan Montfort, so he becomes an endangered species.
Well, at this point in time, Phoenix can afford that. They have a lot of players on their bench, a lot of guards.
That's right. R.R. Garcia is actually on the bench to begin this fourth quarter. Uh-oh. LA. Uh-oh! Tenorio ties it up.
Wide open for Tenorio. I don't know how he is left wide open there. We all know LA can bury the jump shot from anywhere.
Well, LA's working on a double-double. He's got 13 points and 7 dimes in this game. Maracael, Montfort, extra pass. Chico for 3. No.
That was a great pass, however, by Montfort.
Pinkney was held down by Japet. And
again, as I was saying earlier about Montfort, you know, he's the smallest guy in the court, but he's got a huge heart, and his basketball IQ is very high.
Japet picked up his 4th foul that time, though, Don. Maracael takes the 3. It hit one earlier in the first half. Wilson. Nope.
That would have brought the house down for Phoenix had he made that.
And a chance for Ginebra to regain the lead for the first time since 2-0. Thought I heard myself say that already earlier. They haven't gotten it done. Jeffers out to Japet. Japet fakes. Japet for 3. No. And LA is upset at Japet. What are you doing? Maracael. Montfort. Long 2. And the rebound, Wilson is fouled. And now Jeffers gets on the case of Japet Aguilar. Everybody disagreed with Japet Aguilar's shot selection with that 3 earlier.
Well, Japet is not known to sit on the outside, pump fake, and then throw up a 3-point shot. He's more known for slashing to the basket, post-up moves, and dunking on your face.
Right. Has he dunked on your face before?
Never.
That's period, Don Aliado. In the meantime, Greg Slaughter is going to be called for pushing off. And Ginebra is backing up fouls in a hurry. They actually have the same amount of fouls as Phoenix. They have 3 each.
Oh, wait. I think going back to your question, has Japet ever dunked on me? I think he got a tip jam before when I wasn't even looking. I remember that, Japet.
Greg Slaughter using his hands again.
Oh, Tim Cohn is here in front of us, and he's very upset. He's visibly upset.
4 fouls on Greg here, Don, and R.R. Garcia is going to come in for Chico Laneta, so they're leaving Montfort on the floor.
So now change up in defense here. Now they're running a little bit of a matchup zone. No, they're not.
It's a high-low attempt, and
Oh,
Japet again with a hold.
Japet is done. And now they need somebody from Ginebra to come and step up.
That's 5. Just 5 on Japet, though. He's still in the game. But now Ginebra is in the penalty with 9.5 remaining in the fourth. Here's Big Marcelo.
Can't afford to leave Japet Aguilar there with such a long time now. 9 minutes left in the ball game.
Montfort gets the pitch from Wilson. Garcia against Mercado. Garcia on the penetration. Finds Eman. Eman finds the bottom of the cup.
Everything went right here for Phoenix. And that was possible because R.R. Garcia drew the defenders towards him, and he found an open teammate in Montfort.
Slaughter ties it up again. Like Greg Slaughter working on another career game. He's got 24.
Greg Slaughter is just keeping it simple. He's just popping at the right moment on the top when he's open, and he's just burying the easy jump shot.
Good anticipation by L.A. Tenorio on the high-low play. He gets the steal. L.A. on the crossover. Can't lose Garcia. Mercado. Tenorio once again. They want to get Slaughter in the sweet spot. Slaughter's being watched by Eman Montfort. Saul Mercado still can't get the lead back.
And Willie Wilson secures the rebound.
Wilson with 5 fouls. Montfort with 5 fouls. And a bad pass by Garcia. Picked off by Slaughter. Othius Jeffers says, hey, I'm not involved in the offense anymore, guys. Well, this guy's a natural guard, by the way.
Let's not forget about Othius Jeffers at the time to explode.
L.A. still can't get it. L.A. once again backtracks. Wants to lose Montfort. Mercado. Jeffers being watched by a Stoller. Eman Montfort, he can't get it to go. Baracayal with the rebound. Here comes R.R. Garcia wanting to challenge the entire Ginebra defense. Baracayal. Wilson. Everybody can shoot here for Phoenix. Wilson. Oh, they find Baracayal wide open in the corner. But he's going to miss. LA, it's a 1-on-4, it says.
Wise decision there.
And Tim Cohn wants to talk it over. It's going to be a full timeout for Barangay Ginebra. Mark Dimo will check in. We'll take the short break. We are tied at 82.
Saturday, April 2, babalik pong muli ang PBA sa Davao City sa Yusuf Shift. 5 p.m. on Las Cases versus the Star Hotshots. PBA Liga Number Bida.
We still have a good 7 minutes and 35 seconds remaining, and the sights and sounds of Panabo on your screens. Noel Zarate alongside Don Aliado. We are tied at 82, Don. JC Intal is back in the game.
Jason Intal has been MIA, but here is on point. R.R. Garcia with the numbers. 23 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and also LA.
There's the first lead for Ginebra. As Greg Slaughter gets the layup to drop. He's got 26 in the game, and Ginebra's first lead since 2-0. Garcia can't tie it up. Rebound Jeffers. Earlier, folks, it was a 19-point lead for Phoenix just in the third quarter. Tenorio has it poked away. Here comes Evan Montfort on the run. Montfort. The layup doesn't drop. Tagiwa gets it. Slaughter, 2-on-1. Slaughter to Jeffers. No look pass going to Mark Tagiwa. Follow-up is there for Greg Zilla.
Extra servings here for Greg Zilla, and Barangay Ginebra looking to extend the lead, now at 4.
Montfort. Wilson, the high-low. They get in good position for Pinckney this time.
Again, that's the risk. That is the risk that you have to take when you're fronting a big guy like Kevin Pinckney. You know, sometimes you're going to get some good passes on the inside like what they did before, but you just got to keep going and keep playing him tough, and hopefully he'll get tired.
Tagiwa. Slaughter doesn't look like he's tired yet. Missing that time. Evan Montfort comes away with it. RR on a 2-on-1, lobs it over to the Rocket, and Intal scores.
At that time, Barangay Ginebra failed to get back on the defensive end.
And once again, we are tied at 86. We have a classic shaping up here in Panabo City. Jeffers over to Slaughter, lobbing it inside. Good read by Willie Wilson.
That particular time, Greg Slaughter made a bad error.
RR misses the transition 3.
Rebound, however.
Jeffers 1-on-4. It doesn't matter to him. He'll also collect the foul as he makes the layup.
And he takes a foul here in front of the Ginebra bench. But what he did there was Greg Slaughter got the rebound on a defensive rebound. He gave it an outlet. And while the Phoenix defense wasn't ready, he went to go attack the defense. Here he is attacking. Those guys are not even ready.
Those are actually 5 guys in the vicinity.
And here he is. Take a bow.
Jeffers cannot complete the 3-point play, and he will touch it last. Captain Aguilar is back in the game for Greg Slaughter, and I'm sure this rest by Greg Zilla is not going to be a long one.
Well, I'm sure you're right about that one, because they can't afford to have Captain Aguilar. Greg Slaughter will be out of the ballgame this long.
It's foul to Montfort. Once again, they find Pinckney inside. Pinckney bothered. There's going to be a foul from behind. They might call this on Tagiwa. If that's on Tagiwa, he's gone.
I think it's on Joe Devance.
It is on Joe Devance.
And that's a lucky break there for Barangay Ginebra.
Kevin Pinckney looks like he's managed to hold on stamina-wise.
Yeah. And we all know that Kevin Pinckney is a high-energy player.
But your energy's going to get sapped in the building this warm.
And now is the time where you need to make your free throws. This is crunch time.
Mayor James, right beside Willie Marshall, looking on. It's a classic. Pinckney splits.
And at this point in time, how much gas do you guys have left in the tank? I mean, they lost. They got the big lead, and then Ginebra here has also got the lead. Oh, Joe Devance.
That was a twister of a layup coming from Joe Devance. 90-87, Barangay Ginebra under 5 minutes to play. Garcia, Wilson, Intal fakes the 3, moves in closer. JC, nope. Rebound struggle. JC gets it once again. Garcia, Wilson, Pinckney working the post. Pinckney can't get it. Pinckney again, yes.
Second servings there for Kevin Pinckney, not giving him on that play, and he gets rewarded for the easy 2 points.
So the lead is down to 1. They get it to Jeffers. Still a lot of time remaining, 4 and 18. And as we mentioned, Slaughter's press isn't going to take long. LA misses, tip in Devance, it's not there. Last touch, Aguilar.
Oh, that was so close there for Joe Devance. He thought he had the tip in, but it just rolled out of the basket. A great effort nonetheless here by Barangay Ginebra.
Phoenix sues for time. It is Ginebra up by 1. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Four minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the game here in Panabo City, or should I say in regulation. And I just say the magic words.
Oh my, here's the import matchup.
Yeah,
Kinkley with 20 points, 14 rebounds, 8 out of 18. And Jeffers with 23.
And Faldo Wilson, good ball movement once again. Evan Montfort scores!
Evan Montfort, big shot. Getting the lead again here. Now with 10 points. Evan Montfort.
He's staying in the game with 5 fouls.
Smallest guy in the court, but with the biggest heart.
There's Mark Makiwa. Wants to get it back. Can't get it back. It's Pinay came in for Kevin Pinckney with the rebound. Montfort into the front court. Montfort. Pinay transition 3. And he's fouled taking that 3.
Oh, that's the foul is on Japet Aguilar.
That's number 6.
He's done for the ball game.
That's it for Japet. And I don't know, this could be big for Barangay Ginebra, although there's still 3 of 27 remaining. But that's a great decision by Evan Montfort, just to spot his trailing Nick Pinisi. And the veteran, this is the first.
Nick Pinisi is he's known for his outside shooting, and of course he's also a decent free throw shooter.
As he proved right there. Lead has climbed to 3 now again for Phoenix.
Actually, in his career, he's shooting about 80% from the free throw line.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So right now it is 94 to 90. Still in favor of Phoenix. Can they pull off the upset? Ginebra not done though. The only one who's done for Ginebra actually is Japet Aguilar, who's fouled out of the game. Pandiwa, bad pass. In foul, splits the defense and gets the layup. Was the foul for Pandiwa.
Well, it's hard to really defend a turnover because once you have a turnover, you have numbers here on the other side. So it's important to get back on a defensive transition.
Pandiwa has actually called for his 5th foul. Excuse me, Don. It's only his 5th foul.
Oh, Jason Tal rising. The Rocket.
Yeah. And the Rocket, who hardly saw action in the 3rd quarter, gives Phoenix a 7-point lead.
Oh, Phoenix here really giving Ginebra a run for their money.
3 minutes and 7 remaining in regulation. Barangay Ginebra called for a timeout, but we still don't know what kind of timeout. Timco's going to use a full timeout. They'll only have 1 full timeout remaining for the remainder of this game. Let's listen to the coach, Timco. can't sort of get the audio here on Coach Tim Cone, but we can show you the shout count. As of now, it is Scotty Thompson. He is currently leading with the most yes shouts, followed by Greg Slaughter. And keep on voting for your PBA idols on Shout at sports5.ph. The player with the most yes shouts by the end of the game will be the Shouters Choice Award. We'll get the Shouters Choice Award to be announced at the sports5.ph. So now, the timeout has expired for Barangay Ginebra. They have one full timeout and one 30-second timeout. Phoenix still has two full timeouts and one 30-second timeout. That is our game reset. It might matter in the end game. There has been no delay of game warning yet called on either squad. And Barangay Ginebra is in the penalty.
Yeah.
Phoenix still has one more foul to get.
Well, at this point right now, you got to give credit where credit is due, and Phoenix has done a great job in holding off the run of Barangay Ginebra.
They stayed focused. They weren't stymied in any way. But it's still not over, though. You know Barangay Ginebra. And you know Joe Defense can't knock it down, though. Jeffers out to Tenorio. Tenorio on the drive. Let's go.
Smart play there by L.A. Tenorio. He could have had the outside jump shot, but he wanted to make sure to get the easy 2 points.
And he got that under Mick Panisi as well. R.R. Garcia had a big game today, but he's been quiet here in the fourth. Garcia gets it over to Wilson. Montfort, short. Joe DeVance had a streaking L.A. Tenorio. Gets it to him now. L.A. wants to be sure. Akiwa. Tenorio. They get it to the post, and a foul given up by Intal. That was their foul to give, though.
Foul number 17, foul. That's his second foul. 5 on the Fuel Masters.
So right now it is 92 or 97 to 92. Joe DeVance. Both teams now in the penalty. Tenorio. DeVance trying to get it into Greg Slaughter. Tagiwa. Tenorio. 4 seconds to shoot. They get it out. Joe DeVance can't knock it down, and Slaughter lost it. Joe DeVance out of nowhere.
No, Joe DeVance working extra hard there to get that rebound off of his miss. And he makes Phoenix pay.
And a timeout called by Phoenix. They might use their 30 here. It all depends on Coach Coy. They have 2 full timeouts and a 30-second timeout. It is their 30 that they're going to use. So they still have 2 full timeouts, and this is where the game reset comes into play. Ginebra has 1 full timeout, 1 30-second timeout. Both teams are in the penalty. No delay of game warning has been assessed to either team. As we take a look at our upcoming out-of-town games, on April 2, we'll be back right here in Davao City for the matchup between the Star Hotshots and the Alaska Aces, 2 teams that Don Aliado, of course, played for. And on April 9, just a week after that, back to the site of last year's All-Star game, Puerto Princesa, Palawan, as Tropang TNT takes on Mahindra.
I also played for the TNT as
Right.
well. Those are some good years, of course, in my career. And at this point in time, if you are Phoenix, what you want to do is you want to take full advantage of the shot clock. You don't want to take any hurried shots. You want to be methodical in your approach and try to get the best shot possible.
Here comes Kevin Pinckney. Mick Panisi's job is done. He was able to give Pinckney a good 5 minutes of rest.
Well, I think it's safe to say at this point in time, you know, Pinckney is Pinckney is well rested.
Yep.
So let's see what he can do and contribute on his team.
Montfort cannot get it to Pinckney. Stolen! Here comes Tenorio. Over to Kagiwa. Kagiwa gets it down.
That's automatic. When Kagiwa gets it in an open court, he's going to make you pay.
The lead is down to 1. Only the 4th point for the former MVP. But that's enough to cut the lead down to just 1.
Well, Mark Kagiwa's in there because he's doing a tremendous job on defense as well, and he's able to lead them.
And how about the defense there of Greg Slaughter stopping that shot coming from R.R. Garcia?
That's great defense there by Ginebra. They were able to, here's the run. L.A. Tenorio giving it to the open, the spark, Mark Kagiwa for the finish. Great pass by L.A. Tenorio.
Pinckney tries to sweep in, and there's going to be a foul call. That's going to mean free throws. That negates that three-pointer by J.C. Intal.
At this point in time, if you are Ginebra, you want to play solid defense and not cause any fouls, because if any fouls now, they go straight to the free throw line.
Kevin Pinckney hasn't really had a stellar game from the free throw line. Brgy Ginebra picks up his 5th foul, though.
The crowd here in Panabo Gym letting Pinckney know how much they adore him.
And you can see that Pinckney is a primetime player. You know, towards the end game, nothing's going to bother him anymore, at least in that first free throw.
You know, Pinckney's been around the league, and he's a seasoned player, so he knows more or less what he needs to do. He's a veteran.
2 for 2 for Kevin Pinckney. Looks like Tim Cohn's going to save his timeouts for now. 1 minute and 20.
Lots of time left here for Ginebra.
Andiwa looking for Jeffers. Greg Slaughter, nobody marked him. Greg Slaughter again. Good defense by Pinckney.
That's great defense by Pinckney. He bothered the shot of Greg Slaughter there. That could have been an easy 2 points.
Garcia wants a clear out against Andiwa. Garcia drives. Garcia drops it up to Pinckney.
What a play here by R.R. Garcia. Penetrating the defense of Ginebra and dropping it off to the open man, Kevin Pinckney.
R.R. Garcia Donaliado has been the star of this game.
He is definitely the star. And here he goes, sizing up the defense of Mark Aguila. Burst of speed.
He attracted 3 guys.
Such a great play here by the playmaker, the star, R.R. Garcia. Look at that pass. Crisp.
Yep, he is a 3rd-year pro out of Far Eastern University. And it looks like it is a full timeout. I hope we can get Tim Cohn's audio this time.
Oh, there's a technical called on Tim Cohn? Or a warning? It should be a warning first.
It is a warning.
It's a warning, okay.
It is a warning. Tim Cohn's at midcourt, though. Richard Del Rosario and Olsen Rosella have to try and step between Tim Cohn and referee Kinningen. Tim Cohn is furious about something. There's a non-call ball here. That last shot by Slaughter.
Gotta be a non-call.
Game reset on your screens. Both teams no more 30-second timeouts. Phoenix still with 2 folds. Advance. 3-pointer. Good!
Solid play by Joe DeVance. Ice cold. Nailing that 3-point shot.
9 points for Joe DeVance. He had missed his previous 3 attempts from beyond the arc.
And that's the type of player Joe DeVance is. You know, even if he missed 2 or 3, it doesn't fade him. He's still going to make the next 3 or 4 shots.
R.R. Garcia. Willie Wilson gets it to Montfort. That's batted out. They will review this. It looks like L.A. touched it last.
Yeah. L.A. touched it, Ginebra touched it last. So Phoenix should be able to get this ball back. But, yeah, Phoenix should drop a play now.
With only 2.3 seconds on their shot clock, however.
Yeah, they should...
They don't need a 3. They can just lob it inside if they have the ball out of bounds. Sure looked like L.A. Tenorio got his hand on that one. Let's take a look at it here.
Oh, it's Jeffers, sorry. There we go.
It was Jeffers. Yeah, the ball will stay with Phoenix. Scott, as you can see, Eamon Montfort, ever so cool, saying it was tough.
Oh, but Jeffers tapped the hand of Willie Wilson.
So they could get it back.
Essentially, the ball did really go off of Willie's hand.
Well, here is the standings right now. Phoenix badly needs this win to keep in pace. A win here will actually tie them with Mahindra and TNT and NLEX. So it creates some kind of a traffic jam for the final 4 playoff spots.
Again, the bottom 4 will be knocked out, and these guys don't want to be at that place.
So the review agrees with our initial observation that it was touched last by a Ginebra player, in that case, Ophius Jeffers. 2.3 to shoot. Intal to trigger it in. Intal gets it over to Pinckney. Pinckney wanted to step back. Pinckney almost Rebound lost. They will review this again.
Coach Coy is visibly upset at that call.
That one looked like it's going to go to Ginebra, though. It
If
looked
it
like it came
does
off the
go to
body of Willie
Ginebra,
Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, if it does go to Ginebra, hey, that's a big break for them.
There's only 14 seconds remaining in the game. Let's see this one again. Two white shirts contesting it. Was there a red shirt involved? Oh, that's Willie Wilson.
Yeah, that's right. That's a good call by the referee. Referee's on top of the action here at this ball game.
Willie Wilson touched it last, at least from that angle.
Do
No announcement yet, though.
Do you smell what I smell?
If you're talking about burgers, yes, but if you're talking about overtime, maybe.
Do you smell what I'm smelling?
Now, if you're Tim Cohen, you get the ball back right now with 14.4. You only have one timeout left, and you're going to use it right here. If you're Tim Cohen, are you going for the tie or are you going for the win? Remember, there is no more Japet Aguilar.
Well, at this point, I think, of course, they're going to get the two. They're going to try to get the two if they can. And if the three presents itself, then, of course, they're going to take it. But quick two, not quick two, but, of course, they'll go for the tie.
But they want to get the last shot.
And
The shot clock is off.
Yeah, but they want to get penetration to the basket. And if they get penetration to the basket, they cannot forget about the safety.
And this coming Monday, of course, there is no game on Sunday. The game has been moved to Monday, March 21 at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The Alaska Aces take on the Mahindra Enforcer squad, and a rematch of last year's finals will happen at 7 p.m. as Tropang TNT goes up against Rain or Shine. For me, that was one of the best final series of all time.
It was very bloody, that's what I can tell you.
One of the best final series of all time. Of course, the two protagonist imports came back for their respective teams, but are no longer with their teams now. Wayne Chisholm is gone. Ivan Johnson is gone.
They've both had some issues with their health. And, of course, talking about Chisholm.
We all know about Ivan Johnson.
Ivan Johnson had some issues with the league, so
it'll be David Simon going up against Mo Charlo, and I think Mo Charlo is the real deal for Rain or Shine.
He is definitely the real deal.
So, they're asking if they have a delay of game warning. None has been assessed yet. There have been several warnings, but none have been for delay of game. So, Phoenix can use this to stifle the Ginebra inbound. The 5 on the floor for Ginebra for the final 14.4. L.A. Tenorio to inbound with Joe Devance, Greg Slaughter, Mark Aguila, and Alpheus Jeffers. On defense, Phoenix has Eman Montfort, Willie Wilson, Kevin Pinckney, J.C. Intal, and R.R. Garcia. Montfort not playing the inbounder. Now he does, and it's a delay. They wanted to see the curl on the inbound pattern. And you can hear Coy Banal. Looks like they're going to try to switch. They don't have a delay of game anymore. Slaughter, here we go. Over to Jeffers. They're going for the 2. Jeffers is fouled.
That's a great play there by Barangay Ginebra.
And Jeffers hurt himself too. Number 5 on Pinckney. They're going to give Jeffers as much time as possible. But Jeffers doesn't need that much time. This guy's made out of steel.
You're right about that. There was a game before this that he was really wincing in pain because of cramps in his back. And he came in the ball game and just still dominated.
So Alpheus Jeffers with, I should say, a quiet 23 points and a quiet 14 rebounds. But nothing quiet if he makes his first free throw, which he does. Dave Marcelo comes in to replace Moncagua.
Do you smell what I smell?
In between free throws, Phoenix calls a timeout. If Jeffers makes this, Phoenix has 9.8 to try and win the game. Now that's what they're going to talk about right here. Let's see if we can get the audio of Coach Coy Banal.
It's a good substitution here by Coach Tim Cohen, bringing in Dave Marcelo for the smaller Moncagua. Try to bring in some size there on defense.
Can we hear Coach Coy? I don't think we can pick up the audio from the
There's
other
no audio now.
of Phoenix. Now, we're now assuming that Otis Jeffers is going to make that second free throw, and we're now assuming that Coy Banal will use his final timeout after that, but that's done. Whether he makes it or he misses it, Coy Banal is going to call a timeout.
But the situation is if you make it, then of course I think he's still going to call a timeout and prepare a play here.
Right.
His last timeout. But if he does miss, it's to their advantage. And what Ginebra has to do is they have to foul right away and stop that clock.
So right now,
at this point, who would you foul?
that's right.
I would foul
Kevin Pinckney.
Pinckney.
Kevin Pinckney is like the, not to take anything away, he did hit his last 2 free throws, but
Split the last 2, correct?
he made his last 2 actually, but you know, of the 5 on the floor, Pinckney would probably be the one you would want to put on the pressure cooker. At least if you're playing the percentages, that's what you're thinking.
So this is a big shot here for Otis Jeffers. 24 points, 14 rebounds.
8 of 12.
Out of 12.
Can he make it 9 out of 13? At least if you're playing the percentages, that's what
but
you're thinking.
Jordan
Vance tracks it down. Getting it over to Tenorio. No fouls coming. LA on the drive. LA steps back. LA. Oh! It's for the second remaining.
Brgy Ginebra. What a shot. What a shot.
LA Tenorio had nowhere to go.
And that was all possible by the extra effort here by Jordan Vance, securing that offensive rebound off of a miss from Otis Jeffers, finding their veteran playmaker, L.A. Tenorio.
We got to see that one again, Don Aliano. And the miss was opportune, actually, for Ginebra because it went to the right side where Jordan Vance was. And it looked like at one point L.A. Tenorio was trying to look for Greg Slaughter. Here it is. He was trying to look for Greg Slaughter right here. And then Slaughter got covered. And to put it up himself. And wow.
What a tough shot. This guy, L.A. Tenorio, he's just something else. Amazing.
He hit so many game winners for Ginebra. You got to remember last conference as well. He was the one who defeated the Star Hot Shots in the playoffs.
What a game
Official
here.
time is 1.2. They put some time back on the clock. We want to know what Coy Banal is cooking up right now because Ginebra's going to be on defense. 1.2 seconds. That's enough time for a catch, a dribble, and a shot. A catch, a dribble, and a shot.
That's enough time to make, of course, make a basket, but if you can get something deeper into the basket, don't get one play that they might do with Coach Coy Banal is they might do a backdoor play in the lob. And that's a little bit of a high percentage, but you got to have Kevin Pinckney catch the ball in the air and do a power move right then and there.
Maybe you want to be bringing in guys like Nick Panisi as well for additional height. L.A. Tenorio, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. We were all set to say Greg Slaughter had a monster game, but L.A. Tenorio once again bailing out his team.
He's just a key. He's another key player here for the Never Say Die Brgy Ginebra, who were down in the first half by as much as 19.
The third quarter, actually.
Third quarters, rather. But here they are, you know, with the lead, 1-point lead, and 1.2 seconds left in the fourth.
Ginebra's got a delay of game. L.A.'s going to use it on the inbound by Eamon Montfort. Everybody on the bench of Ginebra being asked to move to the side. Eamon Montfort, focused. We want to see the curl first, and there's the delay coming from LA. Now they know RR is going to be the first one to come off the 2 screens. 1.2 remaining. They get it to Pinckney. Pinckney! Oh, good line, just a little long. And Brgy Ginebra does it again.
Wow. What a win here. Come back from 19-point deficit. Brgy Ginebra secures this win off of the heroics of L.A. Tenorio, getting the lead.
Our final score, 102 for Brgy Ginebra, 101, of course, for the Phoenix Fuelmasters and LA.